What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to start off with another round of weekly VR gaming news, beginning with how you can update your Oculus Quest. Now, I got a lot of questions from you guys asking how to actually update the Oculus Quest because there is no thing you can go into that just updates it. You know, there is no actual system in the Oculus Quest software where you can just install an update like you would in any other system. But in this, they have it where it's an Android version of their software that Oculus runs on. So that's why it's a different way of installing updates. It just does it automatically through Wi-Fi. So if you guys haven't got the update, it's probably because you need to be connected to Wi-Fi. And if you are still wondering that maybe you don't have it, it's really easy to make sure. All you gotta do is put the headset on and just hold down the power button and restart the system. And hopefully after, you will see a little logo in there that shows that it is updating. And also the update that was installed did improve the tracking. That was one of the updates, and a lot more stuff that I want to mention because I did not mention this in my other video. There's actually a lot of good updates if you guys haven't installed the update yet. So let's read from this list. So this update released in July, and they released software version 7.0, and then following this is going to be 8.0. Obviously, we're going to get into that, but let's go over what 7.0 did for the Oculus software. So we've enhanced the overall audio experience and added the ability to enable and disable your microphone in VR. We've added the search bar throughout and in VR experience so you can always find the content you're looking for. You can opt in. New features we're testing from your settings menu under the experiment section, like the Bluetooth keyboard option. If your Guardian batteries are too sensitive, you can adjust them from the Guardian setting page. If you need to adjust your floor height, you no longer have to reset your Guardian. Instead, you can make adjustments right from your Guardian settings page. You can now set multiple Guardians in the same room and switch between them. You can now use Bluetooth keyboards and gamepads to type and navigate in VR. You can find pairing options for your Bluetooth device in your headset settings panel under the experiment section. We've updated the look and feel to the Oculus Store. You can now use filtering based on price, comfort, or genre to make it easier to find new apps you might be interested in. If you're interested in an app but not ready to purchase, you can save it to your wish list for later. We've updated the experience for adjusting the fit and improving the focus and clarity of your headset. You can now auto-pair your headset from the Oculus mobile app if it's detected nearby, improve tracking when controllers are close to the headset, and at angles turned away from the headset. That's an awesome thing that they updated with the Rift S, so it is there in the 7.0 update. Improve tracking in difficult poses such as under the hand throwing motion. Reduce reacquisition time when controller tracking is lost. You can now use both of your touch controllers at the same time when interacting with different elements like the keyboard, Oculus Store, and library. We made enhancements that make it easier to update and edit your Oculus avatar. So these are most of the patch notes for 7.0. Make sure you guys do restart your headset just to make sure you have this update installed. This week, Facebook is rolling out software version 8.0. This update brings an optional night mode which applies a blue filter similar to Night Shift on iOS. This is easier on the eyes, which may make late night VR sessions more feasible. An option has been also added to delete all Guardian data, which will make the Quest forget all created Guardian boundaries. Now this is awesome because I also mess up on my boundaries, or sometimes the Oculus Quest forgets it because I make it so many times in the same boundaries. So being able to delete all the data sounds like an awesome move. Moving on with more Oculus news, it looks like the sales of Red Matter on Oculus Quest have surpassed the game's lifetime sales on the Rift, according to developer of Vertical Robot. Now this game is being received really well for its graphics and its overall fidelity for the Oculus Quest. I mean, it looks really good. They really polished it up and they made the game one of the best lookers on the Oculus Quest, no doubt. And I think a lot of people that boot up the Oculus Quest just saw this game and just saw, wow, this game looks really good. Kind of like the Nintendo Switch, how when it first released, there wasn't so many games, but when you saw a game come out that looked good, you just had to buy it because you really just want some games to play. I think Red Matter was just one of those games that when people saw it, they just had to buy it. Personally, I haven't gotten into it yet, but I really want to hop in. It looks so good just by looking at the gameplay. I mean, what they were able to accomplish is amazing and just shows the future of the Oculus Quest if they are able to continue that fidelity and making, the engine support it and, optimize it. You can have really good looking games on the Oculus Quest if you just really hone in and put your resources where you need to put them. I'm not a game developer, but from this, you can see that it is possible. Moving on to Sony-made PSVR exclusives. Are they possibly going to be made for the other platforms in the future? No longer exclusives and they're going to branch out? Well, we have information from Sony's Sean Lendon talking about this. He said we must support the PlayStation platform. That's non-negotiable. He also said that we will see in the future some titles coming out my collections of studios, which may need to lean into a wider install base. Now, from that, it really just shows that they want to get some of these games on the other platforms like Oculus and Steam because they want to get these games out there. I really think if Sony started to branch out and go for a wider install base instead of making it solely exclusive to their platform, they just maybe support the games, give them, a lot of money so they can make awesome VR titles, but have them be on other systems so we can get the ball rolling with VR, and VR can advance further into being that mainstream device with a lot of killer apps, right? So I think this is an awesome thing. Hopefully we see it lived out. Moving further onto the actual acquisition, speaking of Sony, they acquired Insomniac Games, and that's a big thing. We already have an exclusive coming out for the Oculus Store, Stormland, a lot of you guys know, and because of this, it doesn't seem that we're going to be seeing any more Oculus exclusives coming from Insomniac in the future. I really do hope from the last quote that we just read that they do make some of these Insomniac games come to the Oculus Store in the future after Stormland. I really hope they branch out and don't just keep it for themselves, because Insomniac is an awesome studio and I want to see more VR games from them. But this is a good thing for them. I bet they are happy that they were acquired by Sony. They have a great relationship with Sony, but this does worry me about the future of VR, and I just really hope they play it right and make it more of a consumer decision to have these games come out on all the platforms, hopefully, so we can get to playing these games without having to buy a PSVR headset. Moving on to Aspire 1, this game was sadly delayed for later this year. It was supposed to come out this month, but sadly it did not. So it's almost over. August is almost over, and we haven't seen this game yet. This is a Splinter Cell and Metal Gear Solid vibe game. I mean, this game is going to be awesome on the Oculus Quest, no doubt. The fact that you can just be as super stealthy as you want. You can, go prone if you want. You can sneak really, freely, considering you don't have the wires holding you back. This is going to be an awesome game to own on the Quest. Sadly, it was delayed, but I am ready to pick this game up. It looks awesome. I know a lot of you guys are excited for this game as well as I. I know this is going to be one of the killer apps for the Oculus Quest. We need more games. We definitely need more games, and Red Matter and Aspire 1 are just some of the games that are looking to be awesome for this platform. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys did, go down, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.